Hey guys, welcome to another one of my videos, live streams or slash live streams. What's up? So last episode we were still on Tingis, and we're still on Tingis, and hopefully we'll be finished. So like I'm aiming to be done within the hour. We'll see if I manage it or not. Anyway, also I just thought about making a new type of housing block, and this is going to be showcased probably in my next video or maybe at the end of this one. We'll see. um, I'm not yet sure how I'll deal with it, but I just have to find a way to make a new and better housing block, because this one is great, but I feel like I could be doing better. You know, you got that feeling sometimes that you can improve on your designs. So let's go ahead and see what the city state is currently in. So I've got not as much favor as I would need with Caesar. The standing has increased, however, because I'm probably paying a lot of tribute. Money-wise, I'm doing pretty okay, as you can see up there. Peace-wise, we're doing very nicely. Prosperity is almost there. Culture will sort itself out once I start building the buildings that I need. Let's go ahead and see. Right, so hospitals, I'm doing okay, but education is really bad. So schools are below average and libraries are poor, and academies, we've got no academies whatsoever. And these are all the people that we've got with school age and academy age. This is a nice addition here. Then entertainment wise, we are doing also a bit poor, or on the poor side. Um, Probably I need to build a hippodrome. Probably I should actually do that, because that will help me with my big unemployment problem. Let's just go ahead and do that right now. So I will make it. Can I actually rotate this? Is there a way to rotate buildings? Ooh, advisors. No, help. Okay. No, that's. Oh, there we go. Do we have security, industrial, game controls, menu bar, money display, population, date, festivals, building, keyboard controls? Let's go, keyboard. Uh, Reduce, increase, I know that. Cursor key, scroll the city map. Really? Okay. Spacebar, view normal, yeah, I know that. Let's go. No, it seems like there is no rotate button. Oh, there's a shortcut for the legions. That's good. That's cool. Yeah, I'll use that in the future. I usually need it when I'm getting attacked. So no, there's no way for me to actually make this hippodrome somewhere else. But maybe I don't need to, if I think about it. Now, these guys over here most likely don't actually need more industry on this side. So maybe I'll do it over on top here. What do you guys say? Is that a good idea? No, you know what? This is the best housing block, so this one is going to have the hippodrome. It's going to be placed right over here. Yeah, that looks like a good spot. A good spot for it. Spot for it. Let's go ahead and remove these woods. These woods. They need stage races, which means they need a chariot maker. There we go. So, no, not that. So let's go ahead and increase the speed of the game. This should drastically remove some of my unemployment. Yeah, there we go. That's like 6% right off the bat. And this housing block right here kind of looks pretty okay. The biggest problem that they have is the fact that they don't have access to olive oil, and I'm actually quite interested whether I should place, like, connect this road all the way down here or not. The difference in population is only 4 for each, so it's not that big of a difference. You know what? I will decide once this housing block fully evolves to its biggest level that it can get to. So let's put down some schools, because they do need their schools. The library as well, and the baths, and a barber. Actually, I have the barber already. That's not an issue. What else would they need? Academy, if I'm not mistaken, but not on the inside. So let's just start putting academies willy-nilly. Yeah, let's go for one over here, and another one here, and another one here. Do they have a detriment on desirability? I hope not. No, they don't. Doesn't seem like it anyway. So this should also improve my education system. There we go. Academies are above average. That should definitely help. I've got only 1% unemployment, but these houses are evolving. So let's see if we can hit 6,000 population just off of these 3 housing blocks. Because if we can, then I'm not going to try and improve this housing block any further, like connected to olive oil, because that could prove dangerous both to this block and to the other one. Like they could be fluctuating between the two. Great. Unemployment, is it still rising? 2%, so it's still rising, which is okay. This move of placing down extra granaries was absolutely brilliant, because now we've got people actually filling their bellies up. And yeah, things are looking good. Okay, so they need to start getting pottery and furniture, which means that I need to externalize the so I've got some clay pits over there, which means that I need uh, the what are they called? The pottery makers. Yeah, the pottery makers, which we will place. Actually, you know what? That was a bad spot. I'll place it here. No, 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 no. One's going to be over there. No, I can't place it there. Fuck. I keep doing that. Yeah, I know, I know, I know, I know. Don't screw me over. So let's just make, yeah, let's just make 2 pottery makers over on this side. I need an overlay, whatever. Just I need an overlay. Yeah, 2 pottery makers over on that side, and on this side, that's not what I wanted to do. On this side, we will extend one road over there and make another clay pit with 2 pottery makers. Let's see if I can squeeze it in over here. No, I cannot. That will have to do. A prefecture and engineer's post. And then let's put down the 2 pottery thingies. 1 temple to set is going away. And then we'll put the next one. Okay, good. And I will, how are we on gods? They are pleased and not happy, which is a problem. So that means that we'll have to improve things, obviously. So I'll also need 2 timber yards, possibly over here. Yeah, let's just do that. That's kind of the perfect location. We'll just tuck them in nicely over there, and we'll put down some furniture workshops, and in between, bam, a new Greed of temples all over the place. That's why I've left some spaces uh, in between them. Oh no, there we go. So this should be enough for our people over here to gradually get access to both pottery and furniture. And hopefully the food is also going to be enough, we'll see. How are we doing on unemployment? Well, it's not big anymore, or it doesn't exist anymore. Let's go ahead and speed things up. This should easily help me hit 6,000 employees. I mean, come on. Plazas are also needed. Let's go ahead and speed things up. People are coming in. Uh, how are we doing on culture? Too few theaters, that can be arranged, not a problem. A bit of unemployment, just a small bit. The gods are happy once again, which makes me happy, obviously. And my microphone is on. I just got that 1 second scared that my microphone was actually off. It was pretty scary, I'll have to admit. Right. So this city is proving to be a lot more easier than I expected it, especially because I had so much trouble with Carthage. Carthage. Cartagena. And it's looking pretty nice as well. I mean, I'm quite happy with how it turned out, both structurally and functionally. Maybe I could start making more granaries. Maybe. Well, that one won't actually work. We'll see. I don't think it's needed, or maybe it is needed. Actually, it will be needed over on this side. I think that this fort needs to be moved from there. There we go. We're evolving, and we're already well beyond 6,000 population. So this is a success in my humble opinion. Gods still happy. 3% unemployment. So let's go ahead and start putting down the things that we need, which are theaters and colosseums, apparently. Another colosseum could be placed over here. I did that the other way around, didn't I? Yeah, I did. But it doesn't matter. Okay, we're getting attacked. And this is a local uprising, which means that we've got different troops than the usual ones attacking us. Can the guys listening right now tell me if my sound levels are okay? So we're still waiting for the second legion to come in. Enemies are closing in at another distant battle. Okay. Okay, so you guys need to switch up. There we go, we're getting attacked. This should be nice. Let's move them up a bit more. And they should walk right up into my trap. Easy peasy. I don't think that I lost anything. Nope, looks like I didn't. So sound is alright. Okay, thank you, Kalk. Oh, you're a reoccurring watcher, so thank you for being here, like almost every time. Good. Let's go ahead and think about our next step. So culture is really low. We definitely need to fix that. Building the Colosseum obviously helped a bit, but we need more theaters. So let's go ahead and start putting down more theaters. Also, I will need another, probably, maybe another gladiator school. I'm not actually sure. Which is going to be on the other side. Yeah, whatever. I've got more than enough pottery. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and put another gladiator school and another theater. A couple of them. So let's just double the amount of theaters that we've got over here. Let's see how that works out. 27, so theaters are average at this point. When I do no problem, Cal. This is obviously fun for me as well. It's not, I'm not trying to make a series, you know, like PewDiePie was talking about fake positivity. I'm not trying to make a series where I'm over the top. Okay, let's get back into it. Below average library. Too few libraries, yes. So let's put down another library. Local uprising yet again. This time over on that side. I'll just get one legion and both of these auxiliaries. The other legion is just too far away to make it in time to my towers. Let's see how things go. Wait, what's going on? Guys? Guys? Why are they going all the way around? Let's go and engage. Well, that's a bit stupid. That's a big problem actually. No, get back here. Everybody get back. ASAP. I think you need to come in as well. So I don't know what just happened, but my military troops just went full retard. I've lost one tower. I'll probably lose a lot more stuff. If these guys manage to engage, then I'm okay with it. Okay. Okay, it's looking weird. So there are obviously some pathing problems going on. My auxiliary, what? Where's that spear going to? Just land in the cabbage patch, in the vegetables patch. Well, I won, but I actually lost troops. A lot of them. Okay, something really weird happened this time around, so I need to take care when I'm defending attacks on this side. Because, yeah, because of reasons. What? Are there still... No. Okay, let's go for another tower. Did I lose any road? No, I didn't. You can't lose roads anyway. What am I talking about? What's going on? That was weird. Anyway. So back to it. These houses look pretty good. I don't want them to evolve any further, so there will be no importing of olive oil over on that side either. There's just no point for it. I'm actually happy that my marketplaces aren't trying to get olive oil over there. Oh, they don't have access to a barber, so I'll just not make a barber over here, in order for me to make sure that they don't try the markets don't try to go and buy olive oil. That's just a cheat that I'm doing. You can consider it a cheat. Right, so my culture is up to 30. We need more schools. So this means that they want probably one more school or something like that. It doesn't matter. Oh, let's go ahead and make the let's put my villa in this. Oh, okay, that's sad. That is actually sad. Can I move this? I probably can and should. Okay, so I think I will move the Temple of Mars from over there so that I can put the fountain on the outside. There's no water coverage? What about here? That won't get covered. You know what? I've got quite enough money, so and this space is useless anyway. So let's just put another reservoir right over there. Yeah, let's just get it done, ladies and gentlemen. So that means that I can also put a fountain over here, and then this one can go away. And now my governor's villa. That's a bad idea. I just remembered that this will probably make my houses evolve into palaces, which is, from a taxes standpoint, good, but it's not good from other points of view. I'll just place it over here, since those houses are never going to evolve past this level anyway. So yeah, let's just do that instead. That looks nice, doesn't it? And let's just put some gardens over there and some gardens over here. Yeah, let's keep it like that. I could do the same thing over here, but there's not enough space for a villa because of this. I could place. Yeah, we'll see. It's not that important, really. The main thing is that I get the mission done, which I am going to soon be able to do. Good. Let's move this legion from over there because it's useless. I'll just put it over here in the back. So 1/4 of legionnaires is moving over there, and you guys are out. And we will. They just died. Sorry, sorry about that. They just, roll up and die. This is where I'll make my furniture, probably. This is where I will make my pottery, probably. And somewhere around here is going to be a housing block. Now, the question is, should I try to make special housing block? Now let me think about this, because as you can see, there's always some empty space over here, and the schools could easily be put on the outside of this housing block, on the outer road. Sure, it would take more schools, but since I've got unemployment, it won't be a problem anyway, because there's really not that much more industry that I can create in the meantime. I'm guessing that these woods are completely a waste of my time, so let's just go ahead and delete them. This should be the end of the housing block, maybe over here. So that's like the exterior road, so let's think about the interior road being somewhere over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's it's a bit more complicated than that, isn't it now? So what I was trying to do is actually mimic the C-shaped housing block that I did in Emperor a long time ago. The problem with that, the reason why I did that is because in the interior of this interior road had more space. Oh, but I was also, yeah, I was also placing houses on the inside of that block, so that actually won't work because I've got no temples and no entertainment running through the inside. Yeah, no, that's actually not going to work. That is actually not going to work. But it's not that bad. So let's go ahead and make a normal shaped block. I'll have to think about something else for my next video. So then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need 6 of them. And let's go for 84 again, and then and yet again I messed it up. Well, alternatively I could make a wider housing block. I don't know if that would help or why it would help. No, I'm not going to do that. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. Bit of street talk over there for you hoodlums. Um, yeah, this is going to be the exit of it. So let's put down the gatehouse and then the outer road. And I actually probably want to connect it over here, most likely, and disconnect it like at the end over there, because here is a lot more space for me to put the extra, although I'm getting attacked from that side. The best way would be for me to disconnect it over here, because I'm never getting attacked exactly from this square over here. I'm getting attacked from here or from here. Yeah, so let's connect it over here and disconnect it at the end, like over there. And this is going to be like shaped like so, or such, or in a such way. So let's put the theater, amphitheater, and Colosseum over there, and then over on this side it's going to be a bit shorter, but it should be enough. We'll have the Gladiator School, Lionhouse, and Actor Colony. And we need houses. So let's get the houses in. Oh, oh. And I also need water ducts. I'll mark it over there. Oh, not gardens, engineers, prefecture, and doctor. And we'll need a reservoir. Yeah, probably one over there should be enough, and then a second one somewhere over here, or maybe third. Okay, let's see water coverage. There we go. So that means 1, 2, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, and then over there. So I will need another 2 reservoirs just to make sure. Let's put down the aqueducts. No. Okay. Fountains. Are you kidding me? This is so dumb. It should have been over here. Does it make it over there? Yeah. Does. You know what? I've got the employees, so let's just go ahead and do that and be done with it. Good. Now, the next step is to connect these two roads together and to place down the gods. One should be over. Actually, two of them should be over here. There we go. And then one over here, and then one over here, and best would be here as well. There we go. Enemies at the door, they will attack within the year. We should save, we haven't saved in a while. I also need another prefecture and engineers posts over there. Let's make another granary right next to it, and this one is going to wait, what does this one accept? Everything. So this isn't going to be accepting vegetables anymore, while these guys are going to get both, just to be sure that I've got everything. Alright, let's put down the mandatory plazas and the forum. I already forgot it. And I guess the hospital can also go down, why not? No employment, one unemployed workforce. Imagine how accurate I am with building my cities. Culture is 35, we need more schools. Don't worry, schools are in. Yeah, let's put one over there, library over there as well. Come on, move. And the baths. I'm just placing everything down so that I'm ready for these guys leveling up. And I guess I need to start making. I guess I need to start making my furniture as well over here. So let's put that down. That should be long enough. Let's see. Yep, that works perfectly at least. How's my second? It's not coming along very well, so I'm actually a bit afraid for my newly constructed block that it's going to get ravaged by the incoming enemies. We'll see how that pans out. Let's put down 2 more warehouses. So then one is going to be obvious, obviously for pottery, and the other one obviously for furniture. And we'll see. I still need to localize production, because if I don't do it, then I'll always have carts coming in from the other end of the city over to these two warehouses, and that is not efficient. So that's why I've placed down those guys over there. So let's put down 2 timber yards. There we go. And then furniture workshops somewhere over here. And over on this other side, we'll have some clay pits. That's one. And then that's 2? Question mark. Put the prefecture right over there, and then the engineer somewhere next to it. And then the pottery workshops are coming in as well. And probably the gods will need a second row of temples. And another one there for Venus. I've fallen a bit behind when it comes to amount of workers, but that is definitely not a problem. And we've got quite a nice amount of people coming into the city. Are we on time? 47 minutes. That's not bad. It's not as fast as I would have expected, but it's okay. Also money-wise, we're really not doing that bad. Is there something missing there? Second market, maybe? Maybe. So 4 workshops should be more than enough for this type of block. Maybe if it evolves a bit more, like palace level or such, it will need more. But I'm not actually sure about it. I don't know the maths for it. I'm kind of curious as to why this granary is not fully uh, like completely full. This is connected, yes. It's filling up. No worries, it is actually filling quite nicely. Let's put down a second scroll because it's going to be needed anyway. That's just how it is. We've got unemployment, but we've got horticulture, which is quite impressive. Population is almost there. Prosperity is nice. Favor is nice. Peace is nice. No, I actually only need 40. You have to few theater. So theoretically, if I put down another theater, I might just win soon. Let's go ahead and save again. Oh, barbarians attack, and they're coming from this side, which that is not nice. A prefect is going there. Oh, right, that actually kind of sucks. Move out. Okay, that is not nice. Yeah, let's just, you know what, let's just speed things up. There's nothing that I can do about it anyway. I will lose some troops. Just engage. Guys, just, yeah. Okay, so those guys are toast. But it seems like I've got it under control. Yep, my legionnaires are just chewing through them. Ah, there we go. There we go. Nice. Nicely done. So how much did I lose? Nobody there. 6 javelins and another 6. So I've got, you know, some losses, but nothing tragic. In the meantime, I lost an nectar colony and an engineer. Oh, there we go. I think, yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. Why aren't these guys getting staffed with? Oh, okay. I get it. Oh, they can't evolve because they need wine in order to get to palace level. I completely forgot that. I'm such a dumbass. So that's just too big. So let's just put down another villa. There we go. That looks nice. Looks wholesome, doesn't it? They just cannot evolve past this statue because they don't have wine. There just doesn't. There is no wine. How are you doing on imports of olive oil? Well, not that bad. So it means that maybe I could get these guys to also level up. Maybe. We'll see. 7% unemployment. That is a bit worrying. And too few schools. I've got average amount of schools, but whatever, you know, let's just put down another one. Why not? I've got the space. So why not? Let's put down gardens. And a villa. I said and a villa. And a villa. Okay. Gods are happy. 37. Too few theaters. Well, since I've got a shitload of space here, I'll just place it there. Almost 8,000 population. Barbarians attack me again. Oh, damn, they are right. I did not think right about this. These guys are coming right in my face. I think I'll need to put some towers around this location. Maybe load. Uh, this is not good. They're just attack. Attack? Guys, attack. Guys. 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 Guys, attack. Might lose. A lot. The only problem is that those barbarians are quite fast at destroying my shit. And that is obviously annoying. Oh, there we go. Um, okay, whatever. I think it's right. So this was a reservoir, and then this was a fountain. One, two, three, four, five. And then temple to Mercury and temple to Mars. Why are you go? Why are you walking on the roof? Yeah, and then 4 workshops for furniture. Uh, free workshops for furniture. There we go. Water looks good. Oh, actually, that was this was one space further south. Yep, doesn't actually matter that much. Did I lose more temples? No. They're pleased, so I need another set of temples anyway. Um, right, supplies of furniture. Furniture is right over there, so go ahead and get it. While it's hot, 8% unemployment is problematic. Let's just save because we are currently right before winning this map. 38 culture, no, okay. A few libraries. Okay, let's just put one more library down. There we go. Victory. So, let's just go ahead and see what are the next assignments. Maybe we'll even start one. Oh, I turned off the speech, I think.
Are you a governor or a general? Your good work at Tingis frees my legions from duty in the west and lets me pursue other ambitions. You are becoming key to my planning.
Nice to hear that. Valencia, fairly peaceful province. This is a great map. I used to play it a lot as a child. It's huge. You've got a lot of resources, a lot of space. You can extract, I think, iron and marble and timber, and I think it's a great map if you want to build a lot, kind of sandbox mode. But this series is all about the military assignments, so let's go ahead and see Lutetia or Lutetia. I think it's Lutetia. I'm not sure, but I think so. A dangerous assignment. A dangerous province. The 8th assignment, actually.
As part of my plan to consolidate the western provinces, I command that a new capital be built deep in the heart of wildest Gaul. Caesar Augustus once predicted that the Gauls would become model Roman citizens. It is time that the great Augustus's vision was realized. In the midst of this savage land, you are to build Lutetia into a major Roman city unsurpassed in culture, prosperity, and peace. I grant you a huge, rich province in which to accomplish this. The peace requirement might cause you some difficulty. Far from verging on Roman citizenship, many Gallic tribes remain mired in the most primitive barbarism. They will not peacefully watch Rome civilize their ancestral lands. You have a large city to raise to high standards, and a hostile land in which to do it.
Right. Sounds nice. Let's just go ahead and see Valencia, like on the ground.
For many generations, we have recognized
The requirements from the ratings are much higher than the other ones, as you can see. So a culture rating of 70, that's probably going to be a pain in the ass to get to. I mean, you'll probably have to have good coverage of everything, which is a lot of buildings. Anyway, let's just I'm just trying to show you. Did I switch it up? No, surely this isn't Valencia that I know. It is. Oh, I think the open game sandbox mode map for Valencia is actually a different map. Because this is not it. I've played Valencia and this is no, this is definitely not it. But it's still a big map with a lot of wood. It's got fish in it. Yeah, you can fish in this map. Some islands over here, which are probably good for fishing outposts. This one not as much, and this one not at all actually. But this is actually a pretty huge map. 10,000 population. I mean, you need about 5 of those housing blocks that I was making. Uh, Alternatively, you could also build the normal style of roads. You would waste a lot of walker spaces if you didn't. Like a grid typed city, it would fit right neatly on such a huge map over here, but it would just waste a lot of time of walker spaces. Let's see what kind of materials we've got here: wheat, vegetables, olives, and vines. So that means that you can make your own oil and wine. Oil. You can also make furniture and pottery, which means that you've got clay pits and timber yards, right? So no military. You can make forts if you so desire, but there are no military. Uh, there's no way to make weapons, right? Who can you trade with? Carthage from before, Carthago Nova, and then Tingis from the one which I just built. They sell marble. How do they sell marble? There was absolutely no marble in that last episode, right? Yeah, that's just I think uh, bad sort of
For many generations,
level design. Okay, let's go to Lutetia.
as part of my
Huge map. We've got some wolves over here, which means that we'll have issue or some issues with them. Uh, nice mountains over there. Wolves are over on the top as well. Can you fish? No, you cannot fish. This is just a lake. Another lake. Couple of lakes actually. Couple of big lakes. 10,000 population does mean that I'll need a lot of wolves. I'll need to figure out how to manage them. Right, so I'm thinking that I'm getting attacked from this side over here because it's open with woods. Uh, that's safe. Here is another vector of attack. Probably here. And that's pretty much it. So I've got 2 or 3 locations that I can or should defend against. And this one is easy. You can just wall it off over here or over there. And, uh, have 1 legion in the region so that they constantly completely decimate the enemies coming in. And then on the other sides, it should be easy as well to defend, like over here and over here. It shouldn't be that big of an issue. Uh, wolves in the middle of your pastures. This is going to be a pain in the ass to take care of. I don't have that much money to start off with. Let's see what else. No fishing. Let's see what farms I can make. Wheat, vegetables, and pigs. Wow, so that's like no wine or oil. That's right off the bat bad from an economic point. Raw materials, clay pit, iron mine, timber. Well, at least I can make, yeah, I can make weapons, furniture, and pottery on my own. I'll just have to probably import olive oil, olive, olives or olive oil, and vines or wine. Let's see. Yeah, these guys sell both of them actually. So I could theoretically just import from Lugdunum and be okay. Right, so I'll need to consider uh, which trade route to open up first. Probably it's going to be Lugdunum, maybe, or maybe both of them, because I can theoretically sell to both of them. Although I might want to have my weapons used for local means only at the beginning of the game. So I might want to just export a bit of iron and a bit of pottery. Let's see the prices for that. There's not much in exporting iron. It's just it's a bit extra, and then pottery is decent. I mean, it's almost as much as furniture would be, so that's okay, I guess. Okay, good. Right, so that is probably it for today. I don't know that I'll start another mission right now. I mean, it's been almost an hour and my voice is starting to give up, sadly. Look, they messed this up. They wanted to have one complete line from one side of the map all the way to the other for this road, and they just messed it up over at the end. It would have been almost perfect. Uh, it's a it's an interesting map. The biggest problem that we've got with it is building around these lakes because you can make some bridges. Yeah, you can make some bridges, but you generally don't want to build something in the back over here where it's very far away from your food production and probably your other imports. So the city is going to have to be very uh, woven together is a word that I'm maybe looking for. So what I'll do probably or likely is I will have 3 housing blocks all around this one patch of food that I can grow over here. So there's going to be a huge farming section over in the middle of the map. It's all going. This is going to be my food production over here, and I'll have one housing block set up like this on this side, so that it's close enough to provide workers over there. So these woods will probably have to be deleted. Another housing block is going to be on this side, and it's probably going to be the first housing block because it requires um, the least amount of money to make, since I don't need to remove a huge forest. And then the third housing block, which could also be the first one actually, is going to be over on this side, uh, like so that it can also provide workers to the farming region and be close enough to the lakes in order to make pottery. So that should be at 3 housing blocks around here. Maybe actually, you know what? This is going to be 2 housing blocks parallel, like parallel to each other, 2 housing blocks, 2 huge housing blocks. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go around it. So probably I will start off by making one over here, and then when I choose to expand and I've got enough money to do so, I'll make a huge housing block over here. Since I just need a lot of population and not a lot of space to build industry. Since you've seen from the last map, you generally don't need more than 4 pottery or furniture workshops for one housing block for 2,000 population or around that sum. Um, I'm actually quite certain that 3 would also suffice. So if I make 4 on each side, then that is generally going to be more than enough. Yeah. Because I need 5 housing blocks in total if I make them like I made them till now, so that I can get to the 10,000 population goal. So that's why I'm actually planning this out and seeing that probably this is going to be a double housing block over here in the middle, like with houses being right up next to each other. Is that a good idea actually? That might not be the best idea. Well, a I'll need a reservoir in the middle of it because it won't be able to have water on both sides otherwise. Maybe. Is that true? I don't know if that's actually true. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, thank you to everybody for watching and of course listening. Uh, I've got a lot of bank saved up and I'm probably going to use it. I'm probably going to need it. How much more do I have until... So that's like 3 more missions, except for this one. I think maybe 3 or 4 more missions before I get to Caesar's salary. Uh, yeah, thanks for watching again, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.